Hi everyone and welcome back to the Brick Bods. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You join me today for the Winter Village overview, and it's far from done, but it's probably where it's going to get to this year, and I'm happy with what it looks like. So this is kind of the view that I showed you a couple of weeks ago after I sort of converted these buildings to be a bit more Winter Villagey. And I did have to redo them all because the girls had turned literally all of these buildings like backwards because they want to play with the insides of them, which is fair. I'm okay with that. But it's not as pretty that way, but it's more functional for them. So I have fixed those and I added in the train station. I thought that was a good place for it to stop, mainly because with the new track layout, there isn't many sort of straights and it kind of needs to go on a straight. I'm going to put in some steps, I think, here at some point. And this is kind of indicative of how I'm going to do the Winter Village going forward. Every year I bring it down and it looks different. And we try and do a few things. So this year obviously was the tunnel, which I will show you some point, probably after Christmas, because we need to do some work on the train to get that train actually going through the tunnel and not just getting stuck halfway through, which is not ideal. But yeah, I'm going to remember exactly where things are, put things in the same place and add steps, add scenes, add new buildings in, add landscaping. Like, I want it to actually grow each year. And yes, I can like change things around if they're not working for me, but not starting from scratch every time, just picking back up. Like, I really love this scene that I created for the local Brickish meetup because there's people there, like it's telling a story. It looks really good. So I want to sort of add those kind of scenes in, and I can do that every year and build on it. And for example, I put this house over this side, but I feel like it needs, like, you can't see it from here, but it makes sense there. This is all the sort of houses. So I might try and raise that up on a platform somehow. I've gone for two very distinct sides of the Winter Village. So this side is sort of the real world Winter Villagey type bit, and the other side is the Christmas Village. So I'll start over this side. I went specific upstairs to go and get the sign for this building and have failed to bring it down, but I'll add that in later. So this is sort of the hotel. If you want to stay in the Winter Village, that's where you would stay. We've got the bakery, fire station. No idea where the fire engine has gone. I'll need to look for that. I love this little car, so that's in here. And I want to sort of landscape some roads in. I thought they could go round this like a little circle because the track is only just there, so I don't really know. Maybe the road will come from up that way round in a circle, and that would be the full extent of the road. I'm thinking that this would be like the local park, and so you've got, I want to sort of put a fence around it and make it more parky. So I've added in sort of all of the little stalls. I think this one's maybe a bit cramped here, but I didn't want to put it over in that gap because that's where I want the road. So you've got the little carousel as well. But yeah, that's the sort of market, and there's some entertainment as well. The little pond in the park's frozen over or something. So that's a park. That's the village. And then this is where the houses all are. You go along. Looks pretty decent station for the train. And I'm thinking maybe putting another station in at that end maybe, or I don't know. I feel like there needs to be more than one station, but I'm not ready for that yet. So this one's looking a bit sparser, this side. This is the Christmas Village. So this is where Santa hangs out. So I put the gingerbread house over on this side because it's kind of residentially. I had fun upgrading my gingerbread lady. I saw someone else did that and it just made me laugh. I don't know if I'll leave it like that. The girls thought it was hilarious, so it's fine. And I figured you could come off the train and go down to the little Christmas tree cellar to get your Christmas tree. So that's the little foresty bit there. And then the post office, I put sort of front and centre, or back and centre, because it's the Santa's post office. So it's more for sorting the letters that come to Santa. So the Winter Village post office, which I still haven't parted together, but I'm still working on it, will go the other end. Santa's workshop, kind of one of the main things. Still not my favourite Winter Village set because of how annoyingly fragile it is. And I might work on sort of adding more workshoppy bit in the back here, because I've got quite a few bits. Like there's this set there, that's kind of Santa's workshoppy. Try and take some of those bits in and make a bigger scene there. I've got the elf clubhouse here, Santa's sleigh, and again, we're sort of lacking people. I've got this gingerbread house, and I'm going to make this area like the little elf village. So I don't know if you remember, a little while back I recoloured this purple. No idea what I've done with that, so that's one to find. But I've been working on another recolour, so I'm just waiting on some parts to actually finish it off. But it's a red one. I just don't have the connecty pieces for the roof just yet, so that's kind of how the roof will look. And I figure if I have like a rainbow of them in kind of a couple of rows around the village, so that's where the elves actually sleep. They can go to the clubhouse for some fun, and then that's where they need to work. So this is all elfy, and maybe that means I shouldn't have a station that gets to this. Maybe this should be closed off from the real world people. But I'm happy. I definitely want to add more mountains and things. And I think I'm going to try and spend the time between now and probably March, when we put this away, because that's how it normally ends up, actually working on things for this. I try and keep my girls from completely destroying it, and maybe make that something that they help out with, because I've ordered a whole bunch of parts to do these, so they can build those, and they'll maybe, once they see the joy of creating something that looks good, that will be fun for them, as opposed to kind of destroying everything. I don't know, but I'm happy that this looks good this time. It's not just a couple of things that got brought down and didn't get worked on. And I will add scenes in over the Christmas period. I do have like this tub of bits that I've no idea where they go. There's Christmas trees that don't have like the toppers. Bits that I know go in sets, but I'm going to have to do some work to work out where they go. So if I can avoid having this each year, that will help, but it is what it is. So let's just give you the last overview so that I can come back and look at this when I do it again next year. So Christmassy village this side, train which needs some work to make it work reliably, Christmas Main Street, High Street, whatever you want to call it, which definitely needs a few scenes in there. This bit that needs raising, and then looking not too cramped, but I definitely think some landscaping and levels and things will help out. But it's kind of done, and it brings me joy. This year there is joy in the Winter Village. Last year was sad. This year is happy, 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 happy. So let me know in the comments below what you think of that plan. I've got to prioritise doing some things in here. We still want to be able to bring some of these sets back up to the Winter Village in the city, so I can't like really bed them in, but I might do a similar thing to what we've got up there and have like clear sections of like jumper plates where you attach a building on, and that way you just sort of move it from one onto another, and it just works. If you want to see previous year's Winter Villages, I can link up the Winter Village playlist at the end for you. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an update. See you later. Oh, one last thing actually I will say is this Winter Village post office, or Santa's post office, next to that one, the building roofs kind of really make that work a lot better. So I am a lot happier with this now it's in here. I was unsure about this set, but I would recommend getting it. It is a nice little set, and it goes nicely next to this one. This one still has a weird shaped roof and makes no sense to me, but I think those go well together. Anyhow, have a lovely Christmas. Bye.